What is the value of the expression 30 minus 10 divided by 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by open parenthesis 1 plus 4 close parenthesis? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression is so tricky that a lot of people get the wrong answer. Let's dive in and break it down step by step together. To solve this question, most people first focus on the subtraction between 30 and 10, and they rewrite the whole expression as 20 divided by 2 squared multiplied by 1 plus 4 inside the parentheses. And the next step, they usually move on to the exponent and write this expression as 20 divided by 4 multiplied by 1 plus 4 inside the parentheses. Then they handle the division between 20 and 4 and replace this equation with 5 multiplied by 1 plus 4 inside the parentheses. And the final step, they focus on the expression inside the parentheses and replace it with 5. So, this expression becomes 5 multiplied by 5, which finally gives them the answer 25. Then, they quickly look at the options and choose option B as the correct answer to this question. However, this answer is absolutely wrong. Also, some other people when solving this question first focus on the expression inside the parentheses and replace the whole expression with 30 minus 10 divided by 2 squared multiplied by 5. And the next step, they usually go to the exponent and simplify to 30 minus 10 divided by 4 multiplied by 5. Then, they perform the multiplication between 4 and 5 because they believe multiplication has higher priority than division. So, they rewrite this expression as 30 minus 10 divided by 20. And the final step, they focus on the division between 10 and 20 because they think division has higher priority than subtraction. And they replace this equation with 30 minus 0.5, which finally gives them the answer 29.5. And immediately, they conclude that the correct answer to this question is option C. However, that's definitely wrong. Alright, now let me show you how to solve this expression correctly. To solve this question, we must follow the PEMDAS rule. And this rule, P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. It means that we have to perform all the operations in order following the PEMDAS rule from top to bottom. Okay, as you can see in the image, in this expression, first we have a subtraction sign, then a division sign, after that we have an exponent, then a multiplication, and finally parentheses. According to the PEMDAS rule, first we should start with the parentheses, because parentheses have the highest priority than the other operations. So, we can write this expression as 30 minus 10 divided by 2 squared multiplied by 5. And the next step, we go to the exponent, because after parentheses, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, this expression simplifies to 30 minus 10 divided by 4 multiplied by 5. Then, we must perform the division and multiplication. However, it's really important to understand that in the PEMDAS rule, multiplication and division have the same level of priority. In this situation, we must start from the left and move toward the right, performing these two operations in order. So, first we do the division between 10 and 4, and this expression simplifies to 30 minus 2.5 multiplied by 5. In the final step, we perform the multiplication between 2.5 and 5, which simplifies this expression to 30 minus 12.5. And finally, the value of this expression will be 17.5. That's great. Option A is the correct answer to this question.